In the high, wind-swept mountains of the ancient Near East, where snow meets stone, and the air is thin, a stubborn kingdom once stood against the most powerful war machine the world had ever seen. This is the story of Urartu, the kingdom that refused to bow to Assyria. In the 9th and 8th centuries BC, the Neo-Assyrian Empire was at the height of its power. Its armies were disciplined, its chariots feared, and its kings claimed to leave no stone upon another. From the Mediterranean to the Zagros Mountains, almost every nation eventually submitted. Almost. One place repeatedly resisted complete conquest. The rugged highlands of Urartu, centered around Lake Van in what is now eastern Turkey and parts of Armenia. Urartu was not an easy target. Its capital, Tushpa, was carved into the massive rock of Van, a natural fortress. Around it, Urartian kings built a sophisticated network of strongholds. These were not ordinary walls. They used enormous stone blocks, some weighing several tons, fitted together with such precision that they could withstand both earthquakes and heavy assault. The fortresses stood on high ridges, controlling every mountain pass and forcing any invading army to fight uphill in thin air, far from supply lines. The Assyrians tried, campaign after campaign. Shalmaneser III, Tiglath-Pileser III, Sargon II all came. In 714 BC, Sargon II delivered what seemed like a crushing blow. He marched deep into Urartian territory, defeated King Rusa I, and sacked the sacred temple of the god Haldi-et-Musasir, carrying away its treasures. Ancient records say Rusa was so humiliated that he took his life. Yet even this disaster did not destroy Urartu. The kingdom recovered, new fortresses were built, lost lands were reclaimed. So, why did the world's greatest military power of its time fail to finish the job? The answer was not a single secret weapon, but a complete system of resistance. First, the land itself. The high mountains, deep valleys, and brutal winters were natural allies of Urartu. Large Assyrian armies struggled with logistics. Supply lines stretched thin, horses and men grew exhausted. Second, engineering. Urartian builders were masters of defensive architecture, multi-layered walls, projecting towers, carefully designed gates, and strategic placement turned every fortress into a nightmare for attackers. Even when the Assyrians breached outer defenses, the inner citadels remained extremely difficult to take. Third, organization and will. The kings of Urartu did not only defend, they launched counterattacks and cut Assyrian supply routes. They used their superior knowledge of the terrain. For long periods, Urartu was strong enough to push back and even threaten Assyrian interests. For more than 2 centuries, Urartu held its core territories against repeated Assyrian pressure. The Assyrians could raid, they could punish, they could humiliate, but they could not permanently occupy and control the heart of the highland kingdom. In the end, Urartu did fall, but not to Assyria. In the late 7th and early 6th centuries BC, new forces from the north and east arrived. Scythians, and later the Medes, delivered the final blows. By the time the Persians rose to power, the independent kingdom of Urartu had disappeared. Yet its legacy remains. The ruined walls still stand in the mountains of eastern Turkey and Armenia. They are silent witnesses to a remarkable truth. Having the largest army does not always mean victory. Sometimes the ones who know the mountains, who build with patience, and who refuse to surrender, are the ones who endure the longest. This was Urartu, the forgotten empire that dared to challenge a superpower, and for a long time won.